Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Ring Diaries here at Church of Uganda Family TV with me, Phiona Mbowa, where we talk about anything and everything to do with marriage. Are you struggling with an issue? Do you want to talk about an issue? Please reach out to us on our social media platforms and let us discuss these things and help each other make our marriages better and become the people God wants us to be. And I keep telling us, there are no experts in marriage. We come here, we share experiences and how to make each other better. And I also say, do not wait to learn from your mistakes. Learn from the ones who have gone there before, so that you start on a fresh page. And with me this evening is Linda Atwuine. You're very welcome.
Thank you.
And we're going to talk about listening and being attentive in marriage. First of all, even that topic alone just... You're welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
Linda has been married for 9 years. How is marriage? 9 years of marriage. What does it look like?
Marriage is beautiful. How should I? Marriage is diverse. You've had to learn and unlearn some things, but generally it is a good. It's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. I think everyone needs marriage. You need a partner. You need a companion. You can't be there and you are just you in the world.
Hey, you have friends. What makes them different?
They can't fulfill what marriage fulfills.
Okay.
There are some parts of our lives that we can't expose to our friends, but your partner will know. And I think being out there and you have this person whom you know is a go-to person, has to be there, but I have this person. If the friends have left, if the parents have left, even the kids will leave, but I have this person.
My right will die.
Yes. So that is marriage for you.
Interesting. Yeah. So, listening and being attentive. What does listening mean?
Basically, I think listening, I can easily differentiate it from hearing. That is the easiest way to understand it. Hearing is more passive, but listening, you have to pay more attention. You concentrate more. You want to understand or even reply in a better way. But when someone is just hearing something, you will make a statement and yeah, exactly. So that is,
Hearing.
but listening, you want to know more. Okay, you said this, so what are you going to do after? Maybe someone says, I want to start a business. The person hearing will reply differently. He will just say, okay. But someone listening will say, which kind of business do you want to do? Where do you want to set it? Like, wants to know more. But someone who is just hearing the statement will just hear the statement
And it passes.
and it passes.
So how is listening important in our marriages? Or is it important anyway?
I think it's important more than what we actually think. Because if this person is your companion, there is no way you're going to move along in life without communicating. And it is very terrible to communicate to someone who is actually not hearing what you're saying. We are walking together. Maybe I'm saying, I've hit my leg on a stone. And you can't hear it. You're keeping the pace which you've been moving on. So it's a bit tough moving a journey with someone who doesn't listen actually. And I think this listening is not just with the ears. It also includes paying attention, like you said. Like you pay attention to someone's feelings. You're able to hear even what that person is not saying. Because I can say, when my husband comes in with a certain face, even what they don't know about themselves, you should be able to have read that. It comes through paying attention.
So you can come in with this face and you're like...
And he doesn't actually know.
This man he's hungry.
Yeah, today he's hungry or he's tired or someone has pissed him off. You can only differentiate those things when you're paying attention. Which is very important because if you don't do it, someone is noticing it. could be the mother, a sister, but we mostly want these things to be done by our partners. Because, let me say, my husband is a minister, so he maybe preaches or sings something in church and people are blessed. So he comes down and they're saying, thank you, you've blessed me, and with the wife I am, okay, I have been blessed.
But it goes without saying, yes.
Yes, and I didn't know it was hurting him. So one time he mentions it and I'm like, hey, Kale, you don't know that I'm actually blessed.
I'm the proudest. I'm
yes, I feel like when he's singing, I should be the one backing. But I've never said it.
And you also don't know that he likes it that way.
Exactly. So you're there because you're not communicating, or maybe he has communicated it and I didn't listen. I didn't pay attention.
So meaning that the way we communicate also can hinder the listening.
Very much. So I think we should pay more attention, actually.
Pay more attention. But also now, on the part of the person communicating, they should communicate better. How?
The easiest way to communicate better is to learn your partner. Because we have, I think most men don't like official things. I think I've come to learn that if you call him, like, let's talk about this.
Can we have a meeting tomorrow? Please come with a notebook.
I know, like that one, he won't appear. Yet it works so much for us, the ladies. But he prefers you telling him, that one he has understood. But if you say, first come here, you separate him from people, take him the other side, he will not understand. It is actually for you, for him, it's like you're quarreling.
I have a friend who every time would come, but you're not taking your wife for date night. It's like every time we have, I'm sure there's going to be a notebook and a pen, and we're going to write it down. Like,
it becomes very official.
Yes. So they don't like the official things of stuff.
Exactly.
I'm summoning you for a hearing.
Yet you're supposed to be able to hear such a person. I must say, like, specifically me, I think my husband likes joking about things, maybe for the sake of not wanting to hurt you, but it is his character. He's just jolly, so he might tell you something, he's joking.
And you're like, he's joking.
Downtown. So
and
he's
communicating something.
He has communicated something, but he did it. Or you get out of the bedroom and he won't comment that day, but you didn't hear what he said. You didn't actually listen.
And the people there would say, but he has not said anything. What am I listening to?
Sometimes people also feel like they are over talking. There are times when you feel like,
so now I just look at you and roll my eyes and...
Or you're not comfortable with saying it. There are things you're not comfortable with. And they feel low esteem. So sometimes I'll put on and I go back and change because of the reaction he gave me.
The way he looked.
And after changing, we say, take it.
So meaning you could actually have missed it.
Yes.
If you had not looked at him, because he has not said anything.
Then he stays like that the whole day. He doesn't even want to move with you.
But don't you think it's unfair on our part? Why don't you tell me that, you're not smart, go change.
Sometimes he will talk, sometimes he won't. So you should be able to differentiate through the lines. Because sometimes you think, since this person is a talkative person, he will always tell me.
That's the day.
So you think that every day you're moving out and he hasn't mentioned something, it's okay. That day it's not okay, he's not actually happy. Maybe someone pissed him off and he doesn't even want to talk, but you're not smart. What do you do?
So now, from what you're describing as listening and the examples you've given, I imagine when every time Mr. Mbowa is talking, I have to drop everything and look at him because I'm hearing what he's saying and I need to also see the expression. But in the way everything is busy, How are we able to do that?
I don't think you need to drop everything. Even your statement, the way it comes out, communicates. Like someone gave an example of how maybe the Toro speak, and we are laughing. Like Toro will say, he's chasing a demon and saying, "Stand again." There is a difference between someone who is saying, "Devil, leave my house." Like you're more assertive, and this one is more, we are communicating differently.
And it's the same message.
Yes, it's the same message. So you might understand it. The devil will be very comfortable to sit in your home. You're saying, "Stand again."
And if you want to,
you go. Will the devil really go? But the other person who is saying, "Devil, pack your things and go."
leave now. It's not
He's
time for
likely
negotiation.
to get an answer than you who is just dilly-dallying about the issue.
Okay. So how are we able to do that in this busy world? Your mother, your sister, your friend, your wife, what else? A daughter. Like everything is pulling at us. But we've committed to be with this person, so you need to actually be attentive and available for them. How are you able to do that in this busy world with our busy schedules?
I think it's not hard, but we make it hard. Because for these other relationships, you're giving it time. Because if your dad called you now and says, "My daughter, maybe I need 50,000, or I need you to drop me to hospital," or maybe your sister is going through such and such, you really want to please your dad and you will do it.
So how much more your spouse?
How much more do you do that for your spouse? Like I was watching Joyce Meyer one time and he said, "I need a man to bring me a bottle of water." And about 20 or so men ran to the pulpit to take the water. And she paused and said, "How many of you can react the same way if it was your wife?"
Oh my God.
So it is just doing life, but we are not intentional about it. You're seeing the other one as a woman of God, but you're forgetting that this person is your own flesh. Yes. This is the most important relationship we have on earth. Because your parents, they did theirs.
Your children,
they will do theirs. Your siblings, they are also going to do. So this is the most important person. You're stuck with this person whom you don't want to give everything of yours. So that is it.
And then, you see, okay, people say women are, normally we talk too much. But also realize that in marriages, most women speak the least. Do you think that that gender also plays something in this listening deal?
I think basically in the African setting, or the way we are raised to talk less in marriage. We are actually groomed to see these men as wild animals. Like omusajja tebamukula bwe bati omusajja, but sometimes they've instilled fear in us. Like we tend to fear the men more than we respect them. I think that is one of the issues then. Or maybe the person you're not communicating to has given you a certain attitude that is hindering your communication. Because communication definitely can't be a one-sided thing. Yeah. If I know you won't listen, why should I bother?
But then I keep asking myself, Linda, how come we extend grace to our friends, to our sisters, brothers, but it's so hard to extend grace to our partners?
It's so hard to realize that we have a lot of emotions attached to our partners, that if they've hurt you, you have really been hurt. So we forget to draw a line and to do the right thing. And in that you're actually affecting yourself and you don't know. So you're saying, but you forget that you can also ask a friend and they don't give you that 10,000.
But you realize you won't be mad at your friend.
You won't be mad at your friend. But because he's your husband,
The expectation is high.
The expectation is high. The emotions which are asking are high. So
the emotions are
yes.
Poor men.
The way you're asking for their attention, if your friend says, maybe let's go out, and you decline the outing, it won't hurt so much. But if you tell your husband, you might never ask again. Yet you have asked for your friend for even 2 years.
Forever, every day, like, we keep making those plans. We shall go next week. Then next week becomes next month.
So we forget to draw the line between what we are attaching to our marriages and what we are attaching to our friendships. We should be more, I think more, we should empty ourselves. If it has, we should. Touch cause that, let it pass.
Have you ever felt of a time like when you think listening has helped you in your marriage?
Yeah.
Because we may be telling our viewers we need to listen more and they're like, why? I am hearing you. Am I not here?
Actually, we like that statement even as
I
heard you, yet you have not actually heard.
So how can, is there something you can share about that?
I could say maybe the easiest part, I remember sharing that my husband is more of a free person, like he likes to joke about things, but in between the jokes, he's passing a message. So he can tell you, you have become my sister. So that is a deep thing.
The way I say it.
Yes, the way I said it. Go for some ganda if you want to understand, the relationship of siblings is okay. It's a good relationship, but why should I be your sister?
Should we be siblings in this marriage?
So he means something. So if you don't pick what he's meaning, because he said it jokingly and laughing, it might pass you. And he might never actually say what he's meaning. So you should be alert.
So I need to think how many things I've missed.
Yeah.
How many things have we missed that actually have been communicated?
Yeah, we actually miss. We might not get everything that is communicated, but we can try to pay attention and get better or understand better what our partners are saying. Like a lady was telling me she went for a bridal shower. So you know what women share, you're sharing about marriage, so you bring this singer, they are sharing every nice thing, and this lady is paying attention. She has been married.
She's come with a notebook and a
she has come. I mean, my husband even has a tendency of saying, "Oh, is there over you have just wasted our money." So this lady comes home and they shared something, so she's trying to implement. Like, try to be romantic, maybe prepare him before you go to sleep.
Marinate him.
Exactly. So you're seated in the dining, and the lady is stepping on the guy's feet. And the man says, in Ruchiga, Biti went on the batirachi. Like, why are you stepping on me?
Poor woman is trying to...
I'm communicating something.
But it has been lost.
Exactly. We have a maid on the table, we have children, and maybe a relative. And
but that's embarrassing. That man
you feel like the world should swallow you. Like,
yes.
He didn't understand it.
So should she have told him, by the way, I have learned? Don't know.
Actually, I think maybe the one communicating did it the wrong way. Maybe stepped in a rough way. I don't understand. So it's a two-way thing. Is what you're communicating being understood? If you're intending to maybe romance, are you communicating your romance right?
Oh, I feel like you're going to beat me.
Exactly. I feel like you're fighting. But when we go in the bed, I'm going to quarrel.
But it can easily be misunderstood.
Yeah, so sometimes we are misunderstood because of the way we are
Communicating. So are we communicating well, people? But there's some topics that are hard to communicate about.
I feel like where a marriage has reached, you have to decide. Like, if I'm to make it right, if this is the right thing, then let me do it or it dies. Because it is either a yes or a no.
There is no middle point.
There is no middle point.
Must be.
If someone is not happy, they are not. If they are not satisfied, they are not satisfied. If I have eaten food and I'm not actually, there is no middle ground like India.
It's either I'm hungry or I'm
Exactly.
Do you think, now you talked about listening that is not verbal, like those communication cues and that we miss, and I'm very sure we have missed very many of those cues without knowing. How best can we make them more of a communication style?
I think we need to make a culture. We need to grow cultures in our marriages. Like, should I say, understand each other? That if I am saying this, I mean this. Let me say, there are times I used to call my husband and he doesn't pick because maybe he's in a meeting or he's busy talking to someone very important and can't pick a call, or he's doing something which can't be interrupted. So you call someone like 10 times and you feel like it's an emergency. So we have to come, but like all this time and you're not picking my calls. So we agree, you know what, the next time I call you,
Just
and
pick
you
and
can't
say, I am busy.
Even if you can't say I'm busy, maybe have a sign that only the two of you know. So I'm like, if you can't, you're in a state that you can't pick me, switch me off. I will know. I won't call you back. So that in case I call you back, you will know it's an emergency.
Okay. So we need to learn a communication that works for just us.
That works for us. Because this is the two of you and no one else. Maybe God.
Maybe yes. So
Yeah,
we need
so
to have
our own language actually.
that we understand. That if I step on you like this, you just rush to your bedroom.
Exactly.
Or you go wash the dishes.
Exactly. And these things are always there, it's just that we don't pay attention. And it worked for us. If I call him more than 2 times and he switches me off,
you know that he cannot be disturbed.
So he will also know that if I insist and call back, then he has to pick, it's urgent. And as simple as that. And in another relationship, switching me off might be rude.
How can you? I called and you switched me off. What was more important than me?
You see? But we agreed about it. So it can't be rude for me. I have just understood, okay, he's busy. And immediately when he's getting done, he will call back. Or if I can't take him not picking, I call back and he has to pick. Our manyanti. This reason,
life and day.
So we can always put such things.
Create our own secret code. That is nice. I like that.
There is a couple I know who, when the wife gets in, the guy does like this. Just this. But I used to ask, I asked him, what does he mean? Because we are very many. So when he says the wife, he does like this. It just means you're my number one.
Oh,
as simple as that.
And
so
that
you
makes
will see
someone blushing.
Exactly. But they have communicated, and that is it.
Wow.
So we can always create avenues for listening and understanding each other.
I like that. And we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to continue this conversation about listening, being available and attentive to our spouses. Don't go away. I'm Phiona Mbowa here at Church of Uganda Family TV with me